Welcome back to the Origins Summer Preview. I'm Eric Summerer here with Gil Hova. Hello, Gil.
Hi, how's it going?
And this is your new or almost upcoming, it's almost here game, The Networks.
It is here. I'm selling it.
It's here.
I'm selling it at Origins right now.
Awesome.
And it's shipping to Kickstarter backers. I'm handing it to Kickstarter backers. So remaining backers will get their games in a matter of weeks.
Excellent.
Along with their stretch goal cards, which will be available for retail in August. So it's all coming together.
Wow, finally.
Yeah.
It's been a long process.
It's been a very long process.
So,
yes.
The Networks, what are we doing here?
So in this game, you're a TV network executive. You start the game with a little bit of cash and 3 terrible TV shows.
Okay.
And the object of the game is to get the most viewers over 5 seasons. So I have 1 player board out over here, but I've got a 3-player game set up just in the interest of space.
Sure.
I have this set up over here.
So each of us would have this board with 3 terrible TV shows to start.
3 terrible TV shows. We also have a not very good star, and we have a not very good ad in our green room.
In our green room.
Okay. So on your turn, you get 1 action. So one of your actions could be to develop a show. And these 5 cards over here are the shows that you can develop in this season. So for example, maybe we can develop the Wacky TSA Agent.
Sounds good.
That's this show right over here. Now in order to develop it, it costs $1 million. So I'm going to spend $1 million.
Okay.
And I'm going to toss that over here. This show wants to be on at 9 p.m. I don't know how easily you can see this, but there's a 9 p.m. Time slot indicated over here.
Okay.
And your 3 time slots here are 8 p.m., 9 p.m., and 10 p.m.
All right, so we're talking just prime time here.
Exactly.
Okay.
So you're going to cancel your 9 p.m. show, unlocking your cat's psychic potential. So that's.
It's a shame to see it go.
I'm sure there's going to be a big write-in campaign. And the Wacky TSA Agent is going to go in at 9 p.m. instead.
Okay.
Now this show requires a star. See, there's a star symbol at the bottom.
Somebody has to play the TSA Agent.
Exactly, and that's going to be our talent show winner is going to play the TSA Agent.
Sounds like a good fit.
Exactly. So she's going to slide in right underneath here. So we're going to take this cube and we're going to put it in the top row of the card. So what this means over here is at the end of the season, I don't know if you can see this, there's an 8 over here. Because we have the show in the proper time slot, it's on at 9 p.m.
Yep.
It's going to get us 8 viewers.
Great.
Had we put it on at 8 or 10, it would only get us 5 viewers.
Sure.
Okay. The star is going to get an extra viewer, and the rerun will get us an extra viewer. So that's a total of 10 viewers from the show. Then that's all at the end of the season. Then after the end of the season, we're going to age our show. So the cube's going to drop, and then it's going to score 6+1.
Okay.
And then season 3, 1+1, the show gets
That's
really
when the
bad.
show jumped the shark and it no longer.
Exactly. Now maybe instead, I got this show Awesome Industrial Accents instead.
Yes.
So this is similar in that it also costs $1 million, but it requires an ad instead of a star. So you start the game with an ad in your green room, so I'll slide that underneath here. And you see, the thing about this show is, in addition to costing $1 million to develop, it also costs $1 million at the end of the season in upkeep. But the ad gives me $1 million at the end of the season, so it's a wash.
Okay.
But it won't always be a wash because sometimes you'll get more, but sometimes you'll have to pay more.
All right, but if I got a better sponsor, maybe it would pay me more, and now I'm making a profit.
Exactly. So those are the shows you can develop. So that's one of the actions you can take is develop show. Another action you can take is sign star. So these are the stars you can get. So there's the public television legend that you can sign.
Yeah.
And he costs $1 million to sign, and he would go in your green room.
Okay.
And this guy, you can see, gets you a few more viewers than your starting star. He's okay. He's not bad.
Right.
Now the adorable hipster over here is amazing. She's expensive. She's going to cost you $5 million. And once she's on a show, you notice that she gets you upkeep. She costs you upkeep.
Of course.
So you have to pay for every show, and that's one of the ways that you may have to pay money at the end of the season.
Right.
Is if you have a lot of really valuable stars. But you see, she's really good. She's going to rake in a ton of viewers.
Sure, she is.
Because she's very popular. Then you got a star like this guy. This is the comedian your parents like. So he wants to be on a sitcom. Okay. So you see over here there's a sitcom symbol, and over here there's a sitcom symbol.
Yep.
So he's happy. He's going to be pretty good on the show. But say you put him on a sci-fi show like Chainmail Bikini Warrior.
Of course.
So that's a sci-fi symbol. He's not as good, so you have to rotate him.
Oh.
And he doesn't get you as many viewers.
He's a mismatch for the show.
Exactly. On the other hand, the cult sci-fi actor will do just fine on a sci-fi show, but you put her on the Wacky TSA Agent, and she's not going to be as good. So a lot of the game is managing your stars and your shows. Now we mentioned ads before.
Yep.
you're going to need to pick up ads every once in a while, especially for the shows that require ads. But as you mentioned before, if you put on certain ads, like this ad wants to be on at 10 p.m. and this show wants to be on at 10 p.m. and if you do so, you're actually going to get $1 million from this show.
Okay.
It costs $1 million, but you get $2 million, so you
Right.
make a profit off the show. So there are ways that you can work off of that. So there's a lot of juggling in the game. Oh, and when you pick up an ad, the other nice thing is you don't spend money on an ad the way you do on a show and a star. With an ad, you get money, so you're going to get $2 million just for picking up this ad. You know? So that is a 6-minute overview of the game.
So we get shows, we get stars, we get sponsors, and how long does this continue until the end of the game?
So we keep on going round and round, and you see cards get pulled away, and then at some point you're going to say, okay, I've had enough, I'm going to drop out of the season. And the earlier you drop out, the more money you get.
Okay.
But then you can't do anything else for the rest of the season.
Right.
Everybody else keeps going. When there's only one player left, that player does as much as they want, and then take the final spot, and that's the end of the season. Then you score early shows, age all your shows, and advance to the next season. At the end of the 5th season, the player with the most viewers wins.
There we go.
There we go.
Gil Hova and the Networks.
The Networks.
Thank you very much,
Thanks
sir.
so much, Eric.
Thanks for watching.